Hi guys, welcome to a new video today. I am going to make a Brawl Stars tier list. This is my opinion, so let's get started first. I think Carl is a B tier brawler. He is not that good or that bad, he's in the middle. Byron is a top A tier brawler because he can heal teammates, and he will probably always be a tier because, paired up with a meta brawler, he is very overpowered. Next is Bull. He is a B tier, but if you're good with Bull, he can be an AA tier brawler. Next it is Buzz. He is close to an A tier, but not there yet. If he gets a small buff, I think I will put him A tier. Boney is nexted, and she is not that good, but I think she barely gets B tier. Brock's Hypercharge is pretty good, and he is a Descent brawler, so I think he is A tier. 8-bit just got a new Hypercharge, which is really good, and he does do a lot of damage, so A tier. Bo is not good, is anything but bushy maps, so C tier. Colette is a really good tank counter, and her Hypercharge is good in Heist, so I will put her in A tier. Angelo is a good sniper, and if you get his Hypercharge in game, you are probably going to win, so I think he is an A tier. Buzz is just a S tier. Ash got a new Hypercharge, which charges his rage faster, and it is easy to get. I think he is a S tier. Buster is a tier because his attack is do a lot of damage. He has a great gear, and he has a good super. Chuck is a tier brawler because he is only good in Heist. Charlie is a bad brawler. She does not do that much damage, so she is in the bottom of C tier. Cheater is a good tank counter, so he is a tier. Colt can do a lot of damage, so a tier. Clancy is a good tank counter A tier. Crow stops people from healing, and he is good in Heist, but he does not have much HP, so B tier. Daryl now has 2 super and a Hypercharge, so his A tier. Doug is a D tier, he's just bad at everything, but one map. BB is an A tier. She is good in multiple maps, and she can heal a lot, and her Hypercharge charges quickly. Draco is a B tier. It is just too hard to get super on him. There are a lot of better throwers than Dynamite, so he is a B tier brawler. Edgar is a C tier brawler. There are too many counters to him. El Primo is like Edgar, but better. He is good in Brawl Ball, but in every other mode he is garbage C tier. EMZ is good in multiple modes, but in a couple she sucks. B tier. Eve is a low A tier now because her Hypercharge is very good. Amber is B tier, she does nothing special. Fang is B tier because a lot of brawler can stop him mid-super. Frank is still staying in A tier after all his nerfs. Gale is A tier. He has a good gadgets and 2 good star powers. Jean is another A tier brawler because his pull is very useful. Gray is A tier because his new Hypercharge is very good, and he does a lot of damage. Griff is a B tier brawler. He does a lot of damage, but he's not that good. Cordelius is a tier brawler because he is a good counter to a lot of brawlers. Grom is a B tier. He is the worst of all throwers, and his attacks are easy to dodge. I think Gus is the top of the B tier because, in many situations, he is useful. Hank is D tier. He does not do the most damage, and his super is bad. Jackie is low B tier because she needs to get close to brawlers to do damage, and her Hypercharge is bad. Janet got a new Hypercharge, now she's good A tier. Jessie is A tier because her turret does a lot of damage, and her attacks move from one target to another. I think Juju is overrated B tier. Kenji is still good A tier. Kit is S tier because he can heal the meta brawlers in the game. Larry and Lori is a good Thauer. He can do a lot of damage, and his super and gadget are good S tier. Leon does a lot of damage up close, but he has a lot of counters, B tier. Lily is a good brawler, and she has a good gadget, so I think she is A tier. Lola is a tier because she does a lot of damage, and her super is good. Lou is a good brawler in Hot Zone, in Gem, Grab, and sometimes in Brawl Ball. He has a good hypercharge and gadget A tier. I actually think BB is B tier. I think Masii could be A tier, but now there are a lot of better options. B tier, I think Mandy is high a tier. There are better snippers than her. Max is an A tier brawler because she has a good super and a good gadget. Meeple has a good super homing and 2 good gadgets. Meg is just an AY tier. Barley is a high B tier because he has a very good hypercharge. Meowlity is an A tier. She has a good hypercharge and the note Mechanique is broken. Miko is an A tier because he can jump over attacks and he deals a lot of damage. Moe is an A tier because even after the nerfs, he is still really good. Mortis is ETC tier. He just can't do that much, and he needs to dash to attack. Mr. P is in some maps an okay brawler, but if people come close to you, you're going to die. Nani has too little HP to deal with longer-ranged brawlers. Nita is just a better version of Jessie, so she should be same tier or higher than Jessie A tier. Ollie has not realized yet, but it seems he does not do that much damage. B. Bell is just as good as Piper a tier. Otis is top of B tier. He has a good hypercharge. Pam is low B tier, maybe C tier, but she does not do that much damage, and Super is just okay. Pearl is an A tier. She has a good gadget, a good super, and she does a lot of damage. Penny has a good hypercharge, good range, and she deals a lot of damage. Barry is an S tier. He can heal a lot, and his hypercharge is good. Piper does a lot of damage. She is a great brawler in general, so she is an A tier. Hoko is high B tier. He heal a lot, but not as much as the other healers. Which I talked about. RT is a very high B tier because he deals massive damage and he can easily keep control of an area. Rico is an A tier brawler because he does a lot of damage and he counters brawler who need to get close. Rosa is a B tier, bad on some maps, good on others. Ruffs is easy S tier. He gives the brawler with the best hypercharge more hypercharges. Sam is not doing that good right now, but if you are good with him, he can be a higher tier. Sandy is a very high B tier. He has a good super gadget, hypercharge, and star power. Shade is a very good brawler. He has a good super attack, and gadget, he is an S tier. Shelly has fallen from A tier to high B tier. Now her hypercharge is average, but she is still good in Showdown. Spike is not special. If you are playing Aegis, good player. You aren't going to hit anything. He's a B tier. Sprout is a B tier thrower, but if you are good at him, he can be a higher tier if you are good at him. B is a average sniper. Her super is good B tier. I think Squeak is a tier. He improved because of his hypercharge. Stu is an easy S tier. His hypercharge is very good, and he is a good brawler. Surge has a good hypercharge, and he is a good brawler A tier. Tara is a high B tier brawler. She has a good hypercharge and gadget. Last 2, Willow is in B tier. She is not better than most throwers, and her super is okay. Tick is a B tier brawler. There is not that much to say about him. Final looks. I think Melody is an S tier. I also think Rico is very high B tier. I think Sandy is an A tier. I also think Otis is A tier. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and bye.